Morning, and welcome to Simple Spanish. A couple of things we're going to do. This is the introduction part, so before we actually get started, there's a couple of things I just want to clear up with you. First things first, I'm not a Spanish teacher. I will put that out there now. I'm not a Spanish teacher. I am self-taught. I'm self-taught in Dutch and Flemish, which I'm fluent in, and in Spanish. We'll come to the story later on and how far down the line I am there. Yes, I do enjoy languages. People normally sometimes say, I don't think I can do it because it's not for me. Anybody can learn a language, but it's how you tend to actually approach a language is the reason why people don't seem to always struggle with it. The reason for these vlogs is very, very simple. I know a lot of people who do actually go for Spanish lessons, and in the Spanish lessons that they have, I remember seeing somebody once and I said, how are you getting on? They went, oh, they're great, yeah. We're on our 4th lesson and we're learning the alphabet. And I went, well, why would you learn the alphabet in your 4th lesson? You know, if you want to make your way through to La Laguna University and study Spanish there, then great, I understand it. But for most part of the people that I know who come over here, they want to be able to get around the shops, get around the bars, the restaurants, the doctors, etc. So that's the reason why my Spanish tends to be, well, the teachings of my Spanish is definitely going to be different to what you've actually experienced in the past. Another great thing about it as well is I always think that people should understand the reasoning behind the language, and if you understand the reasoning behind the language, it actually makes it a lot easier to actually learn the language, if that makes sense. A couple of things is, you know, if you give the man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach him how to fish, he'll live forever. It's the same sort of reasoning really when it comes to the way people approach it with languages as well. We can all learn words. We can all learn words. Very simple. We've got a pen here. It's a boli. We've got a pair of glasses here, gafas. We've even got a phone. Mobile. We can learn the words. Google Translate's a great thing to learn the words on it, and that we can do it. But what we need to learn is the actual foundation of the language, of actually how we build up the sentences. And the way we can then try and build up sentences is to start on a path really that further down the line, whether it's 6 months or a year down the line, you can actually then create the sentences and join them together. And that's when conversation starts to flow. So the idea. The sentences have to be relevant, as I said before, so it is not just alphabet, it's actually getting you're using these sentences. But the idea is really for you to enjoy it, to go, you know what it is? I'm going to have a crack at this language, I'm going to see how we get on with it. I want people to look at this as a crossword. When you're looking at languages, if people... I've never done a crossword before in my life, let's say, and I'll say, right, the first crossword, give it here, let me have a go at it, and I've picked up and it's The Guardian. Within 2 minutes, I'm going to put that crossword down, walk away and say, I can't do crosswords. I really can't. But if, say, tell you what, let's have a look at the crosswords now, and I pick this crossword up and it's actually, let's say, the Sun or the Daily Star crossword, then that gives me a fighting chance to actually get started. Because what you do is you move up from the Daily Star into maybe the Daily Mail, and then from the Daily Mail into the Guardian. Now, language is exactly the same. If you go from the start to the finish, you know, from zero to the top to try and get there, you'll never get it. So the idea of language is really to start with the relevant small stuff, start with the easy things that get you going, and then from there you can then build upon that, and that's when it creates your conversational basis really. So that's all the ideas that we're going to try and do. It is completely free. I'm doing it because I enjoy languages and I enjoy giving information about languages. I'm not, as I mentioned before, definitely not a Spanish teacher, but I was a golf teacher, so I can actually, for 15 years, so I know how to actually get points across that makes it relevant for people then to understand and to digest, and then for themselves to be able to do it. So if you like the idea, just like and subscribe. It's absolutely fantastic. It's just a thing down below, and we'll start. And you know, this is the introduction, and the next lesson you'll get is going to be lesson 1. All right, so grab yourself a pen and piece of paper. That's most probably the easiest thing to do, just so you can write some notes. Again, the reason being is down to psychology. Some people are visually programmed to actually receive information. Some people are visually programmed to receive information, and some people are both. So if you grab a pen and piece of paper, you give yourself the best chance all the way through to get the which one's right for yourself, and we'll start. Okay? Cheers. See you on the next one.